Hello, family. Welcome to Save the Singles platform. Today, we're going to be talking on the topic I titled The Choices You Make Before Saying Yes, I Do. I want you to know that marriage is a long-term project and he's not intending to finish so soon. So the choices you made is very, very important. Very important. Your choice will either make you or mar you. So before you say this, yes, I do, will you marry me? Yes, I do. Before you even ask the person, will you marry me? I really want you to checkmate, discover things that you need to discover in time before you even make the step. Because the step of yes, I do is an oath. And also he's a covenant. It's something that is going to take you a lifetime till death do you part. So if you know that is a place that you cannot dwell, you will not be able to survive, there is no need going for that journey because it's a long time one. I'm going to share my experience with you, one of my experience with you today. At that moment when I wanted to make a choice, I had 12 people on the queue. You know, as a young lady or as a man, there are reasons that will attract people to you. Some people came because of my height, others came because of my tribe, another person come because they want to marry a prophetess. So there were many reasons that brought them to me. Now, my present husband was not included. He was number 13 at the team of 13. Remember, we have already taken 12, which is 1 dozen. So I didn't want to recruit any other person. I was trying to see how to deal with the 12 people that were already in my hands. Now, out of these 12 people, there was no one that just came like 3 days, 1 week, or 1 year. No. Some of them have been on ground for like 7 years, waiting. But one thing I did at that moment, I never tell somebody, I'm going to marry you. When they come, I tell them capital no, because I don't know what tomorrow will be. At this point, I was not actually ready to settle down. I was so indebted to God work. So I was actually working totally, my spirit, soul, and body was just like for me to serve God and serve humanity. So marriage issue was not even in my plan. It wasn't in my agenda at all. In fact, if I was happened to be a Catholic person, I think I would have loved to be a reverend sister. But that was not an opportunity for me. So those people keep on coming and all that and all that and all that. Then a time come for me to make a choice when I think what really happened that changed my mind was an abuse. There are some critics that will lead you to your destination. So a lot of people came to criticize, oh, why she doesn't want to marry? It's because she's having, maybe it's because of her ministry. If she marry, her ministry will scatter. Do you know, maybe she has sold she acquired power. That's why she doesn't want to get married. So when those critics come, I say, God. Then I sit back and advise myself. Then I wanted to make a choice. Now, out of those 12 people, I didn't count the other people that were like, they were not recruited at all. So I said, let me make a choice. So I was this mind indebted about tribalism. So on these 12 people, I needed somebody from my tribe. So everybody that comes, I wanted somebody I must marry from Akwa Ibom. I am Akwa Ibomite. I begin to display everything that is good about Akwa Ibom. I said their needs, they can cook and all that. And this, I was carried away. Out of these 12 numbers of people, 2 were Akwa Ibomites. So I didn't want to hear God though and what God is saying, you know. I wanted what I want. But I want you to know today that what you want is not what you need. A need is better than what you want. So I sat down because of what I wanted in life. I said, okay, fine, let me go after the Akwa Ibom person. So when the other person came, one of the Akwa Ibomites come, I said, fine, maybe we're going to get married. The person was like, he has won the award of global award in short. So he was very happy. Then I discovered the man liked quarrel more than fight. And with my career, how am I going to cope? I need a peaceful atmosphere as a prophet to be able to hear God. If he drop a little talk here, hey, I heard this man There are women that like quarrel, but this one, I saw somebody that had a gold medal in quarreling. So if he drop a little word on the ground, the thing will just expand like a fuel. He does not matter where the quarrel start from, he's going to take it up like a fire that they drop fuel on it. And I discovered one thing. I said, if I marry this man, I will be forced to beat him one day. Because there's a way he's going to talk, and I will tell him, please be quiet, I want to hear God, and he will not hear me. And this, I will be forced to fight one day. So peacefully, I have talked to him. I said, can you please change and have me? He said, no, he has to keep his character and keep me. He's going to have me and have his character. Then it was not possible. Then I remember for these 7 years, this guy has been looking for me. One perfume slippers one day he has never bought for me. Not in Christmas, not in my anniversary, not in birthday. So one day I asked him, I said, come on, guy, you just come here to pursue my life like this. One slippers he never buy for me one day. Do you know what he said? He said, why should I invest on what I doesn't know the end of it? He here? And I said, Kai, this matter, I did like where they would give me 200 naira, I take the cook soup. I have to reverse. I sit down to check the choices. Would I be okay? Will I survive in this place? And one day, this guy, I'm telling you, let me tell you how deeply his love was for me. He loved me to the level that one very day, somebody came to his compound to look for a friend to his neighbor, and the husband of the person just shouted, "Happy, hey!" He thought it's me. The guy ran out of bathroom with soap and towel. So the love he had for me, he was like, oh, do you mean Happy comes to my house? So when he reached outside, he discovered it was another Happy, not this one that is seated. So he loves me to the level that if I happen to ask him to give me his kidney, he will give it to me. He loved me to the level that if I happen to ask him to give me his eyes, like one of us need to be blind, he will happily give me his eyes. I mean, a man who dreams of me every night before he goes to bed, he will wake up and tell her, I just had a dream about you. Every day he's always dreaming of me. The reason is because his mind was positioned for me. Sometimes a lot of great women, prophetess, they will come. I've seen there a time a prophetess came to his house looking for him by all means that he must marry him. He ran out of the house. He begged me and said, please, just do me this favor. Please, just help me talk loud and clear, and said, honey, how are you? I said, why? He said, because I just need to buy myself out. I've told her I'm married or I'm engaged. She did not believe me. But I told him, I said, but you know that you are not. I said, do this one thing for me. That person flew in from abroad to come and see him. You can imagine a woman who flew in. He excuses everybody. But the point is this. He didn't even look if we are going to have a happy home. So I knew how troublesome this marriage would have been and how choked it would have been for me. So I needed to make a choice. Now that was one person. Remember I said there were 12 people on the queue, and that one was from my place. So I needed to make another choice. As my mind was, I still had to play around Akwa Ibomite. Even when I see in the dream that my husband will not be from my place, I said, no, if you see how I'm going to bind the dream, I will bind, I will destroy, and all that. But I will always want everyone listening to me today know that God is still in the business of making a choice for a person when it comes to the issues of marriage. So God was trying to help me, but I didn't want to help myself because what I have in mind. I make my second choice, still from my place. And this person, he was good. He was doing well. So one day I went on my knee line and told the Lord, I said, please help me open up this person. I want to know him more. I want to really know who he is. And the Lord said, okay. So I began to pray about it. Now this is a guy that sometimes he's going to send me money. How are you? We're planning for the marriage. I've known his family and all that. The sisters love me. Everybody loved me dearly. So after that prayer, God needed to open him up for me. Then one day, he was a distant relationship. And as a prophet, I don't like going to anybody's house. If we want to meet, we got to meet in any eateries or whatever restaurant. So he now came to Abuja to see me. And when he came, he now saw me with range. He shouted, So you're driving range? I said, And I said, after a few minutes, he went and Google how much is range. Me, I didn't even know the price. I don't know names of car as long as anything can move me to my destination. So he told me the prices of the car. He said, so you are driving as a pastor. I don't buy any car, so I don't even know how much it worth. It was a gift. I've never bought any car in my life. All the cars I've been driving, people give it to me. My children give it to me. Then he now said, so you're driving this kind of car, and this is how much is my own car. So he began to compare it. Then I thought it was a dream. This time I'm talking about now, we have got a wedding gown. No. Then the next thing I heard was that, my dear, I'm actually on the road. My tire got punched. Can you please help me send 30,000 naira? I sent it because remember, I told the Lord I want to know him. He wasn't asking for all this before. So as a single person, both a man, both a girl, when you're about getting married, please be prayerful. Ask God to show you who you want to say yes to. If I didn't ask God to reveal him to me, I wouldn't have known. So he asked for 30,000, I sent. The next thing he said, I went for interview, please. And as I got there, my ATM is not working, or I forgot my ATM, something like that. He said, please, can you send me 100,000? I sent. Then, after that, and I'm thinking, I said, your ATM is not working, but I'm sending this money to your account. How are you going to scoop it out? And I said, something's wrong. Then a letter again, he now asked again for another money. I said, my God, I have become an ATM dispenser. This is serious. Remember, the wedding gown is already set. Everything has already been planned. Then, one day, and I had to kneel down. I told the Lord, I said, this person, I told the Lord, God, I want to know more of him. Then he came, he borrowed one of my car to use because his car was having issues. Then within the period, a few weeks to the wedding, and I asked him about the car. Sweetheart, singles, please listen to what he said. That he has sold the car. I said, you sold my car. How? He said, I've sold it. Is it not our property? I said, no, this is not our. There's no our inside this thing. It's mine. Then I began to think, if you start now on a relationship to sell my car, one day you're going to sell me. I'm going to be one of the mortgage you're going to have. You just take me to the bank and say, please, this is my collateral. Please take this. Then I had to sit down and go after the right choice in my life. That is when I told him, I said, I am not doing it again. And everybody will thinking like it's a dream. I'm talking to every one of you. You are a man, you are a woman. Even though it is one day to your wedding, I want you to learn how to say no. I am done believing in you. Learn how to say no, even though it is a day to your wedding, when you discovered what will kill you in this marriage. And I thought it was a dream. I asked him again for 1 week. I discovered truly he said he has sold it. I pick up my phone. I called my children in police headquarters. I said, please, somebody has stole my car. And they asked me the information. I gave it to them. Do you know they had to go and carry the car and carry him down here? Then they sent him to, that was not prison, but they locked him up. That was how they were able to recover my car for me. And after they recovered the car, and I told him, thank you for banking with me. I'm not interested anymore. I went on my knee and I told the Lord, the family has come to love me, but please, Lord God, help him also to say no to me, because this is a death sentence. If I go in here, everything concerning my life, if he's after just a car of few days, it's like this. In my position as a prophet, I had a lot of dignity. So what happened? I see the risk of the church. I see the trouble that was around me. So I had to make a choice. At this atmosphere, my husband was not even included among the 12. He was not even counted among the numbers. Now, my husband has been waiting. How do I meet him? I met him at the filling station. I went to repair a car, and he also went to fix up his car. He came to service his car, and I came to service his car. I could remember what happened that day. His friend was the one that saw me first, and the friend just turned up and said, wow, see Goose. That day I was well dressed. As a lady, when you're going out, be well dressed. And he just turned. He said, see goose. This one a new arrival. So that was how he came. And from that day, my husband has been calling me, sending me texts every day. I've never responded. So one day he would call me, he was like, I was who am I speaking with? He would say, Michael Ebube, the guy you met at the filling station. I said, oh, how are you? He said, fine. Oh, that's a story for another day. I would say, fine. He said, what? I just want to remind you what I talk about. Will you marry me? I say, marriage, 12 people in my hand. I'm trying to solve that problem. There's no space. But my husband said one thing. He said, I have discovered that your marriage is like election. Allow all of us to contest. Let all of us run the election. Whoever that wins, they will announce it at the end of the election. It depends on the person votes. And I said, okay. So at this time, where this last person, when I finish with this, I have to leave myself for God to choose for me. So God has to make a choice for me. And I began to pray. The Lord told me, your husband is not from my place. I said, okay, fine, Lord, take control. Do it the way you want to do. I want to let you understand that marriage was not programmed by man. The original person that began marriage was God himself. So God was the one that looked at Adam. He was the one that brought the issues of marriage. It was not a prayer point. It was not a request. It was not a desire. God began the issues of marriage and is still in the business of it. When you are a single person, let God choose for you. If you don't let God choose for you, you are going to be in a miserable life for the rest of your life. You can imagine this whole story I'm telling you. I am not talking about somebody. I'm talking about me, myself. Today, I want to tell you that I did not regret the choice I made. I did not regret the choice that God made for me. A lot of people comes to my house and they learn from us. We are happily married. Then we had peace. And all those trouble. Now you can imagine if I've married to someone who is already on a relationship selling my things or claiming my things, what would have happened to my life? Or the constant quarrel that would have taken place in my life. As a single person, be a man, being a woman, I want you to learn how to make the right choice. Don't make a choice because of what you want. Make a choice because of your needs. What you need in life, what you need that is necessary. A need is a necessary, is a things that you need in your life to be able to sustain you. So you got to know. Is it the beauty that is your priority or the peace? You make a choice concerning what is your priority, what you want. My earnest desire was a peaceful atmosphere for me to be able to walk for God and continue to serve God. So what is the thing that is in your mind? What is your priority? But I was putting tribe as a priority until the Lord led me to understand that that is not the thing I needed in life. What I need more in life is a peaceful atmosphere, a happy marriage, and someone that will support me and make my destiny move forward. After my husband got married to me, we did all that. I've written so many books. My ministry becomes better than yesterday. Now, just imagine that if I've married, make a choice that is going to be a death sentence, the ministry, the people, that destiny is being attached to me would have just died. They would have died and gone. It would have been just a death anniversary. Some would have gotten a broken home by now, wouldn't have lasted till today. It would have been like I was married. I would have been listed in the midst of, I've seen many prophets and pastors that was once married. Ketrikoma today was married, but he didn't end up in that marriage. At the time she had to divorce. She is a very strong prophetess. But if we read the history, we know what happened. So even being a prophet does not signify that you cannot make a mistake. So please pay attention. You can be a prophet, you can be a pastor, but you gotta pay attention to the choice that you make, or else you'll be doomed. So for every single listening to me out there, I'm sure you're gonna say, oh, you are a prophet, you can hear God. The point is this, as long as you leave this business for him to handle, don't want to handle the business with him. Because even if I was hearing God, but did I obey him? If I actually obey him, I won't pass through these other two people before I get to the third person. You understand? The 12 of them, I wasn't saying yes to them. I didn't have any mutual relationship with them or anything. No. It was just like everybody. I could remember one of my birthday, 3 of them came with a wedding ring. I was holding my face straight. I told my PA, I said, these 3 people that came in, one flew in from London, one came in from other state, and another one was from Abuja. They came with their wedding ring. I hold my face straight. I was more serious than the birthday, because everybody wanted to propose to me. So now you're going to hear God by God may speak to you through image, through things that happened. Like this particular one, since I didn't want to hear him with my ear, God began to point out things that I'm going to see. So you have to be bold enough to say no. Don't just see, you will see what you are going to face. There's no marriage that faced trouble today that you did not oversee it. You're going to see it. Like that one, it was boldly cleared that they are going to sell me one day, including me and my members. So you will see them. Look beyond what you are seeing. Look beyond what you are seeing. Try to understand the signal, the sign that is coming, because those signs is what you are going to at last see. You understand now? So God may speak to you through image. He may speak to you through actions. He may speak to you through one way or the other. Pay attention and listen to him. If you listen to him, allow him to make a choice for you. Let him be in the business of the thing. Forget about what you need. Work on what you want. You know yourself what will give you peace. When you see it, you will definitely identify it. So when I see this one, remember, my husband was not a church person. No. So the choice was not, okay, he has to be a pastor or whatever. What I needed was a peaceful home and a happy home. So even from the street, I meet a peaceful person and a happy home. I know I'm going to bring him down to the church. And today we are happily married. 3 years is long gone, 4 years right now. And the choice I make, I want to tell you that I did not regret it. So to every singles hearing me today, make the right choice. Marriage is not something you cross your leg and just say, yes, I do, with your hand flip up. No. Think about it, look into it, then make your choice. And the choice should be a choice that will keep you and survive you. And you should be happily married. I hope this my little story makes a difference in your life and add it to you. Remember that marriage is an institution. If you don't learn, you cannot write exam. Nobody passes exam that does not learn. So this is one of my experience to you. I pray that you learn and pass your own exam when it's been set for you. God bless you. Just know that I am standing as your role model. The way I cross over the bridge, I want to help you cross for you to have a happy and a peaceful home. Know that I love you and God love you more. God bless you. I call him Diamond because Diamond is not easy to find, and he called me Damsel. So Diamond, Damsel, he's saying happy anniversary to you, and I wish to love you 1,000 times, and from the ground of my head to the sole of my feet, I love you. I don't love you as a flower, because flower will always fall off. I love you as an ocean, because water will never get dried. An ocean has never dried off. It's always there. So today, if you propose to me again and again and again, I will still want to say, yes, I do. The reason is because I found peace. And with you, I'm being fulfilled in life. And thank you for all your good English that you have taught me. And thank you for marrying me for who I am. Thank you for all that you have done for me. I want to say it from the depth of my liver. I love you. Kidney can be donated, but liver cannot be donated. So from the depth of my kidney, I love you. Damsel said to Diamond that she loves you so much. Happy anniversary to you.